Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum all. In the end result, I'm better killing them all. Rogue One, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go. Ready?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Garoppolo now. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Vita Vea able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And just as you called it after the earlier sack, they set up the screen. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10 at the 40. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Winston now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Brings up third down and 11.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. Jameis to throw it. They'll roll him out right. He's got Evans. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big third down pickup of 20 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Let's go, D. Let's go, D.
He's out of bounds at the 11-yard line. It's a gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They go back to the ground with Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ashawn Robinson, too much to handle that time. Gets the sack. A few issues here on the offensive line, apparently. He got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on 3rd and goal. From the gun, Winston. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Here we go. 180. 2.
on 2nd and 13. Garoppolo. Open man, he's got him. The tight end, Hockenson. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Right, here we go. 12, fellas, here we go. Wait, 80! Check. Black! I got this. Hey, exit.
Here we go.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 44-yard line.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a 1st.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Here we go. 180!
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go. 180! 1, Omaha. I got you. 12, fellas, here we go. 11.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here we go.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston, it's complete. It's Miller. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Here's Winston. He sets up the screen to Jones. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
I'm here all day.
Play action now. Winston. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Bucs on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
On first down, it's Taylor. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw is Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, Winston sliding out of the pocket. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Trey Flowers. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Let's go.
Now Winston. He finds his target. It's Evans. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big pickup there. 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. First down, Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On play action, it's Garoppolo rolling to his right. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, 92 yards. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, John.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's McCarthy. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
First down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Hey, Charlie!
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Devin White coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He dumps it underneath for Taylor. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the 1st half. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. This from 42 yards out. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Airing this one out for Evans. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play. Winston to Evans. 62 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Check, check. Walk 54. Walk 54. Watch the screen. Let's go.
On 2nd down and 4. Winston. And he finds Howard complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. O.J. Howard, his 5th touchdown now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the lead is up to 18 now. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their halftime hold now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Watch safety green. Watch safety.
21. Here we go.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McCarthy. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 42. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Vita Vea in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack on first down, Garoppolo flushed out right. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
21.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Got an open man. Keelan Cole. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
21.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McCarthy. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 20, 10, 5, and it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Here's Jones. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Jameis to throw it. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
52's the mark.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Taco Charlton has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Yards on the return that time. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter.
And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
Let's go, baby. Pick 6.
This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
This is taken at the 3. They find some open field here. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The kick return touchdown goes for 97 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Fielded just inside the 20. Six-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone...
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that will extend this big lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the...
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Vita Vea, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, and it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Ready. Black 25. Flip it.
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They run with Pumphrey. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. They'll get the first down and more inside the 20. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Here's the fullback, Zach Line, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Ready. White 25. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tampa Bay, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.